Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on CBS News 24/7. I'm Lindsay Reiser, and we are following that breaking news out of New Orleans. At least 10 people are dead and dozens more injured after city officials say a man intentionally drove a pickup truck into a crowd. Witnesses and law enforcement say that happened at a high rate of speed and that the suspect did so intentionally. Now, it happened on the world-famous Bourbon Street overnight at Bourbon and Canal Streets as people were celebrating the new year around 3:15 in the morning local time. Officials say the man drove around barricades and hurtled down the street before opening fire on police officers. Now, 2 police officers were hit by gunfire and rushed to the hospital. They are in stable condition. CBS News has learned the suspect is dead, shot and killed by police. Officials say a long gun was recovered from the scene and potential explosive devices were also recovered and are being analyzed. The city's mayor referred to this as a likely terrorist attack, and the FBI is saying it is investigating it as terrorism. CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe joins us now from West Palm Beach, Florida. Ed, what are we hearing first from the White House?
Lindsay, good to be with you. Yes, the president actually just moments ago, as you were beginning this latest round of reporting, just issued a statement by way of the White House saying that he has been briefed all morning long by his top Homeland Security officials and reiterates that the FBI is in charge of this. The statement reads in part, "I'm grateful for the brave and swift response of local law enforcement in preventing even greater death and injury. I have directed my team to ensure every resource is available as federal, state, and local law enforcement work assiduously to get to the bottom of what happened as quickly as possible and to ensure that there is no remaining threat of any kind." That's notable because it suggests that perhaps there's still a concern, at least among federal and state officials, that maybe there are others out there who've been involved in this in some way that have yet to be discovered. He says he'll continue to receive updates throughout the day and have more to say later. There is no justification, he says, for violence of any kind, and we will not tolerate any attack on any of our nation's communities. We're here in West Palm Beach, of course, because President-elect Trump lives here. He is currently over at his golf course, but issued a statement through his Truth Social platform a little while ago, beginning by sort of suggesting, "I told you so," saying that when I said that the criminals coming in are far worse than the criminals we have in our country, that statement was constantly refuted by Democrats and the fake news media, but it turned out to be true. What he's suggesting there is that whoever this is has come into the country either legally or illegally. We don't know that yet about the alleged attacker in New Orleans. So notable that the president-elect is already putting out that either assumption or perhaps he knows something that hasn't been shared more widely yet. We'll wait and see. But he continues the statement saying our hearts are with all of the innocent victims and their loved ones, including the brave officers of the New Orleans Police Department. The Trump administration will fully support the city of New Orleans as they investigate and recover from this act of pure evil. Notably, House Speaker Mike Johnson, who's from Louisiana, is set to be here in Florida today to meet with the president-elect. He tweeted out a little while ago that this vicious attack on innocent people celebrating the new year in New Orleans early this morning was an act of pure evil, and justice must be swift for anyone who was involved. Please join us in praying for the victims, their families, and the first responders and investigators on the scene. He's from more northern parts of Louisiana, but Steve Scalise, who, of course, is a member of the House Republican leadership team, is from the greater New Orleans area, and he just said a little while ago on social media, please join me in praying for the victims and their families, as well as our first responders in the wake of the horrific act of violence on Bourbon Street. So we will continue to monitor, Lindsay, the federal response. But 2 notable things there. First, that the president himself is suggesting they're still working to ensure that there's nobody else involved in this and that the real threat of it is over. Second, that the president-elect is at least surmising or assuming that this is somebody from outside the United States who caused this. Again, we have to stress, we don't know for certain yet, based on what officials have said, who this individual is, what they were doing. There are concerns about the vehicle that he drove, what's on it, where it came from. Was it from Texas, as the license plates and images suggest, or was it a rental that perhaps was picked up there in Louisiana? Because a lot of rental cars do have Texas plates. We'll wait and see. But clearly here on what it was supposed to be, or what would normally be a holiday, all aspects of government now up and running and monitoring this situation and eager to learn more.
All right. Ed O'Keefe, always appreciate your steadfast reporting. Thank you. We are continuing to monitor this breaking news out of New Orleans, where at least 10 people have been killed and at least 35 hurt when a man drove a truck into a crowd on Bourbon Street. The FBI is investigating this as possible terrorism. The suspect is dead. We also know the 2 New Orleans police officers were shot in a firefight with the suspect. They are in stable condition.